What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 36 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Malekith and Naggarond Inc. campaign. Thank you for calling the Naggarond Inc. helpline. We are experiencing higher than normal call volumes. While you wait to connect with one of our Misery specialists, consider browsing our Misery Select product line. An executioner has already been dispatched to your location, so purchase quickly. Alrighty, as we saw last time, Lokhir fell hard had his little debut battle at Nongchang, though the enemy didn't really stand a chance against him. There, I'm sure we'll find an army sooner rather than later. The western provinces do have a fair few amount of settlements on the map after all, and I'm sure that somewhere the Iron Dragon is lurking. In terms of what we got to do this time around, well, basically it's advance everywhere, but most importantly, try to capture Lokhir and the Shrine of Asur, which are our key targets, or a couple of our key targets, but really the Shrine of Asur is the main key target in the entire campaign, and Malekith is poised to take it. With regards to this particular turn, we're pretty much good. We just have to do the buildings, and then we can end the turn and proceed. So let's get to it quickly. I did a lot of the admin between the episodes, including swapping a few items around on the lords, as well as getting the skill points assigned as well, though there weren't nearly as many as I thought, because a few of our lord and hero types, like the admirals and actually a lot of lords that don't have their name of power yet, as well as as well as the Black Ark Reavers and the Assassins and the Death Hags, they all don't want their points assigned immediately, because you want to wait until you can access the buffs to Shades and to Black Ark Corsairs and whatnot. So in that light, anyway, let's do this quickly. Copper Desert, ooh, Golden Colossus, yes. So let's rank you up. Doomglades, we got another Shrine of Cain. Got to get these things up everywhere we can. Naggarond maxed out at tier 5, fantastic. And we'll pop that construction cost reduction for the expensive territories. And ooh, might actually run out of money this turn. Interesting, been a while since that's happened. You do not need any further growth, and we're going to continue probably making you relatively militarized province. Minus 15 here at Toranrock. Hardly surprising, but it is, well, it's a fair bit. We got a little bit of provincial instability, but yeah, we really need those 3 turns to go so that we can get that sacrifice up and running. Oh, what did I just see here at Evershale? We could rush you. You know what? Maybe not. I'll think. Nah, just let it finish normally. The thing is, we might want to speed up Naggarond itself in 3 turns to tier 5, and regardless of how many slaves it costs, immediately upgrade it to the max level, because the special building there will have the it will have... Okay, we should probably get defenses. Should we get defenses here? You know what, start with growth. It will have a public order buff to our faction, so we really do need that. Everything else here at Tower of Ashung, just stay as you are. We're going to redo some of the buildings there, but for now, while we're at war with factions nearby, we don't want to touch it. Let's do that for an upgrade, and then we're gonna get... well... And we do want to build the slave sums, but we'll start with the watchtowers first and the slave sums second. It's not super critical at the current time, even though this thing will be generating quite a bit of cash once we start collecting income here. Citadel of Lead, you're also going to need watchtowers. Yeah, technically you're not on the coastline, but Albion is very vulnerable to attack. Unicorn Gate, we can upgrade... Oh, wow, that's expensive. You know what? No. We're not going to upgrade Unicorn Gate, but we will upgrade Swamp Town and get that pottery up and running. Mount Lee, Shiwu, yes to more obsidian. Yeah, hero recruit rank +1 for sorceresses, all provinces. Fantastic. And then we will get the wine here, I guess, for the control, though I did want to get growth. It's okay. We'll eventually get rid of the fighting pits here, but for now they are needed. Lastly, Calidor, we will continue, I guess, building up the walls. Not that it's crazy necessary. And while... I guess we'll build iron here, but we will build the Dark Elf Manors here just because we need the growth. I was thinking whether to build the growth here at Val's Anvil instead, because we do want to get to that Hall of Dragons and start using dragons a little bit more. But anyway, that's good. Now, 2 other things we have to do. Well, actually, 1 other thing. The diplomacy is something I wanted to check, and specifically, we're going to try to align with Marcus Wolfhart. I don't know whether it'll work out or not. We could peace out with the Ice Court if we wanted to. I don't know whether this will work out or not, but I'd like to give it a try. It'll probably be less annoying than the Awakening. The thing is, I did ally with the Galleon's Graveyard with Noctilus between the episodes while doing some of the admin as I do between the episodes, and since we already have access to one of the Vampire Coast factions, I'd love to also have access to some Imperial stuff, specifically those Hellstorm rocket batteries, or the Hellblaster volley guns, or the steam tanks. They got some neat stuff, is what I'm getting at, especially if we can combine that neat stuff with the Chaos Dwarf stuff. So in that light, we're going to go non-aggression pact with you, and... Would you be willing to fight against Itza? 1.4? No. Okay, would you be willing to fight against Itza if we fight against the Borderlow Errant? Yes, you would. Yes, you very well would. Alright, that's fantastic. That'll make us even friendlier. Like so. Granted, this means we'll be against the Borderlow Errant, but not a huge deal. Alrighty, and I do kind of like how we're kind of trading with everybody, like both Chaos and the Skaven, who are kind of disliking each other, and then we're trading with, well, not with the lizards here, but the Awakened, and with the Skaven, and with the humans. Too bad we couldn't quite manage to trade with the lizards, but oh well. Sell to all sides, I guess, and buy from all sides? Well... Import-export here. Anyway, Lord Not Moved. I believe we've actually moved everybody, but I want to double-check just in case. Morathi, yeah, you're not supposed to move. Druki Resources, similarly. Who the heck is Trillion Emerald? Oh, right, one of those lords. Yeah, that's fine. This is just one of the Confederation lords. In fact, speaking of Confederation lords... what we want to do is also start going through lords that we summoned previously that had zero loyalty. I wish I remembered if you did or not. You have 0 loyalty. Fantastic. But we can get rid of you once you rebel. And then I guess we want to do the same thing down here. Summon another Templar, not Templar, but another one of these. And wait, wrong thing. Another Supreme Sources. I'm 90% sure Ava actually did have a little bit, and so did Akhenet. Jaden, which Jaden is this? This is a different Jaden, isn't it? I don't remember. You know, let's try Jaden. Recruit, and nope, minus or +6, so we don't need you. Okay, so I gotta try to remember that Jaden is fine, and the rest are not so much, or possibly not so much. Anyway, with that, we can end the turn and proceed. So skip, outpost upgrade available. And it's a little bit expensive right now because we have a little bit of a money issue. Well, not really. I mean, we're making 18k per turn, but nonetheless. Let's skip that. Hero not moved. I moved all the heroes that need to be moved. Building upgrade available is fine. And turn. I really would like to see what Eltharion the Grim does with his full stack here. I'm really hoping that Catherine Kelpclaw doesn't go anywhere, do anything important. Military access for Lord Skrulk. That's going to be a no from me. Dreadfleet, where are you? And where? Ah, you're going to Angarial, but it looks like you won't be able to land there in time. Fantastic. If we do this right, we'll be able to take these provinces without the Dreadfleet doing so. You, Hultressa, loyalty -1. Yes. Please go ahead and rebel. Degenerate Kettle Drummer, Evil Choirmaster, another Degenerate Kettle Drummer. Hey, a factor, though. And 2 factors. An Elf Servant for Arlith Van. Arlith Van, you do not need an Elf Servant. We'll get that to Druki Resources. Really, every Druki Resources should have an Elf Servant. Cold Elf Servants increase chance to gain loyalty per turn. For those who didn't notice what that particular follower did. R&D gained a cold one, that's fine. An Elf Servant for R&D, once again. Don't need that. And an Elf Servant for... What the heck is happening here? Ranked up above rank 10 with the Pressed into Servitude technology. Oh, so we're just gonna start getting these constantly now? Maybe I should just stop doing that then. Just, okay, fine. They can have their elf servants. Alrighty, now, the important stuff. So, Kundaman. You're gonna head to Angariel, and oh, Altharion sailed out. Looks like he wanted to go after, okay, just wait, Condamn, just wait 1 second. He wanted to go after Count Noctilus there. I'd prefer that he hit up Catherine Claw. We want to stay away from him with Yorn Barbstorm as well. Don't want him attacking it, obviously, or us, rather, obviously. Oh, we could try, wait, can Yorn reach Lothern? I can't tell, damn. Because if he could, that would be great. But if he can't, it would not be so great. Well, it is red, by the looks of it, which means he can't probably reach it this turn, damn. And that's a bit of a shame. Maybe Morathi can still take it. It might be a little bit dicey. We could try to besiege it, though. Stay away from Altharion as well. And then send Malekith via the water to hunt down Altharion. Maybe that's the way to do it. Well, either way, that doesn't change this. We are going to get to the Shrine of Asurion in a second. Malekith, go here, near to Angariel. Kundaman, go to Angariel itself. And oh, I ended the turn, right? I did, which means we have to move the R&Ds first. Let me just do this 1 second, guys. Can't forget to do this. Alright, you are level 14 and you are level 8. Okay, so we don't have to do anything with you yet. Don't level the R&Ds until they're past level 10, because that's when you unlock Power Sap and can get into Potent. We want to get you, I guess, Wild Casting. Not that it matters. Maybe I should start going through the wound line as well. Anyway, do we have an army being built here? We do not, so steel tech. Everybody just keeps stealing tech from this gate. It's kind of dumb, but, well, we're keeping this gate around, so why not? Alright, good job, our NDs, and, well, we have 100% for 7 more turns. Lovely. I'm gonna keep this faction alive just to do this, maybe. A rank 10, rank 10, wait, 1 second. Power Sap into and Steel Technology into Quell, and then into Potent after, and I think you have Quell, but you don't have Potent as yet, okay. And what about you? You're rank 9, okay, so we don't have to do anything with you. Alrighty. Was that all the R&Ds here? Okay, there is another one here, but you're not nearby enough. There is a assassin here, but that's fine as well. Okay, now. Yeah, wait 1 second. If there's another R&D, we really need the tech upgrades right now, so I'm just concerned. Okay, you're nowhere here, not nearby. You are not nearby, and you are not nearby. Okay, that was the last R&D. I think, damn, we have a lot of R&Ds. Okay, good. I'll move those between the episodes if we don't end the turn here. Let's have Malekith not take this. Angariel will fall. Oh. Really? We're gonna lose a couple of our little dwarf units? Are you gonna make us fight this manually, really? Vengeance. I mean, I know that we don't really care about the army. What'll happen is it'll then get destroyed by Laia Quinn here, most likely. Folly. I would imagine. Though if we besiege Lothern with Morathi, maybe they'd try to get the army to sally out of Lothern? I'm not sure that, well, Morathi would be able to win against Laia Quinn plus the army in Lothern without Admiral Yorn. Yeah, that's okay, fine. I really just wanted to avoid manually fighting this because it's a waste of our time, but I'm gonna rapidly and go through it. We'll just have Malekith do it for us, just max speed it until he's on the field. At least this will prevent the Dwarfen line from taking any casualties whatsoever. It's not like the enemy has any artillery or anything like that, so they shouldn't be worried. Actually, I would love to use this army to, like, besiege a proper enemy stronghold, just to be able to use the Dwarfen units in conjunction with our own. Start battle, max speed, wait for Malekith. He's gonna be on the field in 1 minute. 50 seconds. Alright, so how's everybody doing? You have the Rune of Speed, yes? Yes, you do. So we can pop that on Malekith as soon as he's on the field, just to get him to close the distance a little bit quicker, because the rest of the army will not. Alright, there we go. And there we go. Malekith, go. Go kill everything. And I guess we can send forth the Blackguard. Okay, wait. Just speed it back down to normal. You guys all go here. Where are the heroes? Right there, Malekith. Alright, speed it back up. Find some enemies and kill them. Alright, gonna start taking hits from the enemy range units, but that's okay. Let's... Ooh, hello. Hello, concentration of enemy units. Let's overcast you. Let's cast you right there. Where's the enemy lord? Right there. Noble, go for it, Malekith. I probably should have used the Dragon Breath, but oh well. Not a huge deal. And ooh, that's a lot of range damage, but we do have Soul Stealer. Alright, how are the rest of our units? And you, ooh, get ready to cast stay. Oh wow, that's going to be a lot of missile damage. Alright, like so, and like, could we hit with the chill wind? Maybe like so. Alright, let's do a flamestorm maybe. Like so, you gotta love that Soul Stealer. They're really not harming Malekith. Oh, you guys need to actually rush forward, my bad. Alright, how are you doing, Malekith? Soul Stealer is done, which means you may start taking damage now. Let's use Arnzapel's Black Horror through you guys. And yes, he's taking damage. Alright, you want to get out of there until we get Soul Stealer back up and running? You should have the mass to break through the enemy. How are the Black Guard? They approaching? Yeah. I didn't want to go completely max speed because we didn't want Malekith to actually suffer damage. We have 13 seconds until it's up by the looks of it. Nearly there. And we can speed it back up while he kills the rest of them. I guess it's the problem with Malekith not having any access to any kind of regeneration. Because okay, no, stay away from the Death Hag. He's completely reliant on Soul Stealer to heal. Let's go Power of Darkness on, I don't know, on Urian Poison Blade. And, oh, the enemy nobles survived. Death Hag, don't get bogged down fighting white lines. We wanna, there we go. We wanna activate you. Fantastic, alright, now you should heal up and we can kill the rest of this. You can actually buff that Fury of Cain. And do you guys need to do anything? Yeah, just do something. I don't know, Whip of Misery on you, and I will speed this back up in a second, guys, I swear. And Malekith's enraged, but, you know, that's the way he likes it. He's kind of always angry, so... Alright, anyway. Don't worry, we'll get a proper battle afterwards. This is obviously a waste of our time. Alright, we good yet? Malekith still enraged, and I'm actually surprised that this little army has not broken. Okay, the white lines have now broken. We need to charge all these range units so that they leave. Poor Malekith alone while he's just sitting there. Oh, is that bug back where a unit that's enraged just not move anymore? Okay, well, he's good now, but anyway. Anyway, there we go, easy enough. End battle. Probably could have ran after them for a little while, but it's fine. At least this way we have 0 losses, and whatever other battle Malekith fights, he can just max out his HP fighting it. As in, he can use Soul Stealer in the next battle. Which is why we don't really care about him taking damage. At least not that much. Also, if we really wanted to, we could temporarily give him a healing potion instead of whatever item he has in that slot. Anyway, occupy the place, and Dread Banner and another elf servant. Yeah, looks like we'll be getting these constantly now. And a bunch of other stuff. Malekith, you're going to head to the Shrine of Asurian. And this is where we want to be. And... this is still not worth fighting. Wow, poor Coastal Relations Liaison. Why does that unit always get so badly damaged by this? It's not like the enemy had any kind of chance here. Anyway, occupy, and there we are. Ooh, another Blood Banner. Elf Servant, more importantly. Alright, so, unlocks recruitment of Shadowfire Guard. How many turns would it take to recruit it? As in, can Malekith recruit it immediately? Well, 4 turns. Okay, so we'll have somebody else do it. Then... alright, now how do we get access to Asur recruitment? Is it by building the Obsidian Pass? Oh, okay, it's here. We have the landmark. So we got the Flamespire Phoenixes, White Lion, Silveren Guard, Silver Helms, and one more Silver Helms. Alrighty, so we'll definitely be building some of those Phoenixes, huh? That's interesting. Is there like a limit to the number of Phoenixes we can build? Maybe, it kind of doesn't specify. Or about the number of white lines we can build. Ooh, I'd love for a white line army to follow Malekith's army as well. Alright, I gotta get on that. Shrine of Asurian, you do not need this. Rebuild this landmark, and in fact, we'll probably rush it to be able to access it as soon as possible. How close are you to being upgraded? We should probably pop the growth slave drive here. Plus 50 growth. So that we can, yes, in 1 turn, upgrade the Dark Tower here, max it to tier 3. And I guess we'll need another Druchii resources to immediately start recruiting the Shadowfire Guard from Malekith. So, let's see. Who looks good? We could do another one of these guys. Or, wait, is there anybody that would benefit the territory? Campaign movement range, aggressive, vicious, Shadows of Naggarond, confident. Yeah, that's all not really helpful. And hey, strategist, that's not bad for Drew Key resources. Let's do you. Alright. And then we'll immediately give you an aristocratic name of power. Influence the province. And let's see what you get. Dread Tongue, +5 relations and construction cost, yes. And Dark Path, even more movement range and ambush success chance +20. Yeah, this doesn't seem like an aristocratic name at all. That should be an army buff, not a... Weird. Very weird. We'll take this one, even though the diplomatic relations with Dark Elves is completely useless for us. Alright, more importantly, you have that, and now you can go serve or die because you're going to be a recruiter. We don't need this, but we can get you Iron Disciplinarian, Draft Master, and then into... I don't care. Quartermaster, I guess. There we go. You are going to be Drew Key resources.
The outcast children will return.
Oh, damn it. I forgot that it's been a while since we've recruited one of these, so yeah. Drew Key resources. There we go. And then immediately... Malekith, if you leave this place, do you still heal a lot? Yeah, you still heal a lot, so you're fine. And go into channeling. Oh, actually, you are basically maxed out. Would raiding the place be helpful? Come on, +26. Did that increase the amount of healing we're getting? Not really. I think it's already at max. Alright, so fine. You're going into the Shrine of Asur, and you're gonna get Malekith's Shadow Fire Guard. I'll have to see how these guys look, what these guys look like. Are they like a combination of Phoenix Guard and Black Guard? I guess we'll see in 4 turns. Lovely. Oh, can't wait for all those white lions. I wonder how many we can build. I was hoping to run a High Elf campaign just to get a bunch of white lions, and if we can get a bunch of white lions just by doing this, that would be great. What do we have here? Faction discovered the Barrow Legion. Do we care at all about the Barrow Legion? They want to trade. They're fairly weak and they're angry at Bretonnia. We're actually trading with Bretonnia right now, so that's not necessarily something we would be wanting to go for. Oh, look at that! Alden Bugman has taken Alicia. Ha, that's funny. How much would it take for you to give this to us? He's not going to trade it to us, is he? Wait, he won't even... Huh? It's not even an option? Why is it not an option? Oh, because we don't have a border on the Shrine of Kurnos. I wonder if these guys will attack them. Well, we'll see. That'll determine whether Nakari survives or not. Now, Malekith, you are stuck where you are. Altharion is still near Admiral Yorn, who can't get to Lothern, so we're going to move you here, where hopefully you'll be too far away from Altharion, because you probably won't win a fight against him. I mean, you do have your Sorceress and stuff, but your Black Arc Reavers aren't maxed out, and anyway. Morathi, you're going to go to Lothern, you're going to besiege it. Just to besiege it, as in you're not going to attack because you'd probably suffer too many casualties here. You don't have an easy way to get rid of all the enemy archers, and they'd win in a shootout because they have shields and our shades do not. Morathi's army is meant for field battles. Nonetheless, you are going to build some siege equipment. What I expect will happen is Leia Quinn will move out to try to attack Morathi while Lothern is besieged, and then Morathi can back off. And then Malekith and Morathi can maybe attack Lothern together? Yes. Alrighty, anyway. Let's continue everywhere else, shall we? Trollfjord, gotta get to the next turn ASAP now, in order to get that, access to all of those High Elf units. Auto-resolve. This we have got to destroy Wulfric's faction as fast as we can as well. We could sack it. We're going to be trading these territories to... Oh, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have sacked it, because now you have to waste a turn here. Oh, you know what, actually, we can send a Black Arc to take this. Valal, you can... You need to build anything right now? No, not really. You can take this next turn, then. I guess you can still build stuff. And RNDs, move out. Move out to Pack Ice Bay, where you will be stealing more tech. I wonder if Marienburg would be willing to trade with us. They don't dislike us. They probably aren't happy with us being friends with Norska. Yeah, there's a... would they be willing? They would be willing to trade. It's kind of funny. Who else would be willing to trade other than the Barrow Legion now? Okay, you know what? Let's briefly trade with Marienburg for now. We are a sort of trade-focused faction, after all. One of them, anyway. You can see it from all those factors that we keep getting. I don't necessarily care about the non-aggression pact, though. Give us money. Give us money and trade. Alright. Man, was it the wrong move to throw in our lot with the Norska? Because I feel like if we unaligned with them, we could actually probably align with most of the Empire. Like, they probably wouldn't hate us. I don't know. I'm not sure now. I'm really unsure about that. But anyway, Admiral Life Quencher, you... Oh, where's your army, by the way? How close is it? And where are you going? Oh, are you going to try to... He's going to try to land somewhere, isn't he? But we can't go near Captain Sissoko. Or Capitano Sissoko, rather. Somebody has to hunt that down, oh, for the love of... Aren't you... You're out of territory, so shouldn't you be losing... You know what, I think you're gonna die. Maybe he'll try to raid something, but I think he's gonna die anyway. You could head to the Isle of Wights, please. And then I guess we're going to go bypass Capitano Sissoko here with Ferry, who's trying to get to Admiral Life Quencher anyway. Alright, now, Life Quencher, you have Beastbinder as well, do you not? Yes, you do, which means you need at least a couple Manticores, maybe... Depending on if we keep the Crows of Cain, but you can build your own Actually, no, you can't build your own Manticores yet. But you will be able to. And we have space for 2 more things, one of which I guess will be the torture posts? Isn't that necessary, though? We might be actually better off ignoring it and building Harpy Cages and the Dreadmants. You know, that's probably what we'll do. Alright, just sit there. Oh, although the Harpy Cages will allow us to build Manticores if we wanted to replace those ones that we have, and you are a Beastbinder, just build it then. And just build it. Alrighty. Now, Malekith, Helibron have moved, Druki Resources has moved, Malice Morathi has besieged, Furion Beastbinder. You... Huh. Well, if... you're not able to march stance... Oh, you are able to march stance here. Huh. Interesting. Go here. You're probably not going to be able to help here. Well, you know what, funnily enough, if they... Now Morathi can't run, so basically we have no choice but to fight, which might make for a big ol' epic fight, which, well, I wouldn't be able to complain about. The Shellray, you can also join in. Also in March Stance, and... What kind of caster are you? Okay, you... Well, you're probably not going to be casting over Morathi anyway. Nonetheless. And also, let's get you a few spells. We want to get you into Slaughter Lord as well, but let's at least get you Flame Storm. It's a pretty good spell after all. And Piercing Bolts. There you go. Alright, now head out here with the rest of them. Alright, and you can go here because you're going to join Morathi. R&D is good, and I just want to double check. Can we build another assassin? Confident, we could have a confident assassin there, but I wanted to get another assassin to join the army of... Okay, first of all, you go here. I wanted to get another assassin to join the army of Jaden to replace those Doomfire Warlocks. In fact, this army should probably have 2 assassins instead of 1. Well, either way, actually the question is, where do we send Jaden right now? We could send her southward to reeve up and down the coastline. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. Can we build Sons of Murder here? No. Okay, Jaden, here's what we'll do with you. We're gonna march stance you over to Skeggy. Or full speed stance over you to Skeggy. And then we will build the next Son of Murder, Confident. And we're going to send you out here. It's pretty unlikely that we actually luck out into an assassin with the Sons of... with Sons of Naggarond, or whatever it's called. The thing that buffs shades and stuff. Shadows of Naggarond, that's it. But oh well. Alright, who needs to move now? Wait, I thought I moved Malice. Yeah, apparently I did not move Malice. I lied. Malice, you are heading out to Lee Temple. Should be in... possibly an auto resolve. What do we have here? Yeah, looks like nothing. Who are you at war with? Clan Eshin. Do we need to trade with them? No, you know what? I'm not gonna do that because a bunch of factions hate Eshin, and I'd rather not. Even though we currently have a treaty with them, why increase that, right? Anyway, fare thee well to these lizards, and I guess Nakai was already dead. And wow, oh, the auto resolve is gonna hate chariots too, isn't it? Oh man, okay, that's not great. And I should have known that, because, yeah, the auto-resolve really does not like chariots, but, That's going to be an issue. We might have to replace the chariots out of Malice's army and put that in his follower army instead, and replace all this with Cold One Dread Knights, because I don't really want to be screwed over by the Auto-Resolve every single time he fights, you know what I mean? Also, Dalvar, I believe you got to... right here. You got a Cold One chariot, but you need a Cold One instead. Okay. Who's next? Who's next? Rakarthi, you're heading out to fight lizards. Instead of Malice, I guess. Yeah, stay in march stance, go to Mine of the Bearded Skulls, or at least close to it. Well, if it isn't Gorok himself, will he be able to defend against Rakarth? Somehow I doubt. You're gonna go right here, Barsathar, and together you'll march Bonita so that we can get those emerald pools. Lovely. Also, just out of curiosity... Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. Is nothing. Vienna and... Oh, did nobody rebel? Didn't we build a bunch of random lords that were supposed to rebel and really not a one did? Did you really gain loyalty? You gotta be kidding me. Why did you gain loyalty? Stop gaining loyalty. Why is it now that when we want you to rebel, they all are +1? Game, why? Okay, well if they keep gaining loyalty, we'll unsummon them, but it might be better off just send them to get killed maybe? I don't know. Also, you take the Wellsprings of Eternity while we're here. Colonize. 5.5k, what the heck? I didn't even know it could be more than 5k. I thought 5k was the max. What are you talking about? Game. Sus. Anyway. I'm trying to end this turn as quickly as possible to get that battle with Morathi and the forces outside Lokhir, or alternatively the battle with Morathi and Malekith together at Lokhir, depending on what exactly happens. You keep moving out. You're still recruiting, yes, and you have 1 recruiting space, but we're going to recruit 4 Witch Elves, so there's no point in changing that. Lokhir, you're up next. Is there an... Ah, hello. Wait. We've got ourselves a fight. And they've even got some ogres here. And an army. Alrighty, and it's a Lokhir. Fantastic. Where are you going, Snitchy? Where are you going through our territory? Do we even have military access with you? Or does the... Yeah, okay, we do have military access with you. I was just wondering. Alright, well, I'm glad we have a fight. I'm not so glad that there's a lizard army out here. Oh, but I would love for Malice to slaughter his way through those Saurus. Alright, well, we'll get on that. In the meantime, Lokhir, since you have a fight, you're going to get it. We should put you in the army, though. I guess we can lose the Bleak Swords? Or the Dread Spears? You know what, these guys are anti-large, so we could lose the Dread Spears first. In fact, we can do this, and then lose the more hurt unit of Dread Spears. Lokhir, you're gonna hit Shilong. And Parthak's gonna join ya for some fun. Pyrrhic Victory and Mara, what do you have? Fleet-footed, and I was thinking we might want a Death Hag in this army, but like a good Death Hag. We have a Son of Murder with Shadows of Naggarond, but not a Cainite Assassin Son of Murder. I mean, it's a little bit of melee attack for Shades. It's not nothing, but yeah. Black Ark Corsairs. What kind of Sons of Murder do you have? Or what kind of Sons of Murder? You have Cruel, and I think this guy has Cruel as well. Yes. I guess another question is whether Lokhir wants 3 of these guys, and he probably should have more Black Ark Reavers than anything. I guess we can get him another one. Is it too many? Maybe. I'm gonna do it anyway. We can always delete one if we really feel like it. Now, you're not going to be able to join the army, and Lokhir, you are going to be able to attack. We are going to get the Rampager standard on, I guess, the single Manticore. I doubt that we're going to keep it, but it has had some value because we can use it to chase down all those Sky Lanterns for us, together with the help of our Sorceress. Here we go. Man, Lokhir is silent. I may be misremembering because it's been at least 24 hours since the last episode, but I could have sworn he didn't make a speech in the previous battle either. He does look pretty great in this lighting, though, almost camouflaged into the grass there. Huh, kind of interesting. The grass and the Skaven corruption by the looks of it, plus the green on a lot of the buildings, and then of course Lokhir's Sea Dragon cloak and the the colors of Karant Kar on his undershirt, or whatever you call whatever he's wearing under his Corsair armor. Anyway, here we go. This will be the Kraken Lord's proper debut, as the last time he fought it was against only a garrison, but this time we have the garrison plus the 3/4 stack that is in here, so he'll have a little bit more enemies to contend with, and on the bright side he will also have his Black Ark Reavers with him, so now his army is, if not quite complete, a lot better than it used to be. Alright, just taking a look at the Cathian settlements as well, because they're always pretty fantastic looking. Anyway, we are going to open up this battle the same way that we did the last time we fought one of these, which was to open up those walls and then just head Lokhir. And he's also level 19, so there's a good chance that he'll level up to 20 after this battle, which means this will probably be the last time we ever see him on foot, and he should have his reward, presuming that we can win this. We gotta remember that these are Black Ark Corsairs. They're still relatively fragile in some ways, and we're actually going to have to work on our victory here. Anyway, we're going to start the battle off by trying to knock out that explosive tower. Our Manticore and our Sorceress are working on it, and you know what? I'm kind of liking the Manticore in this particular army. I was originally thinking maybe it wouldn't be like we'd replace it, get a couple Charybdises and such, but I can certainly see the value of having a Manticore, A, to protect the Sorceress while she goes after the towers, but generally to go after aerial units. Anyway, I digress. We've got a purple Son of Xeraeus from that Sorceress of Death coming down on some of those poor peasants who had a pretty bad time of it. One of the units got, let's see, is this the only? Yeah, 2 units. They both got about 3/4 of their HP lost. Now we're going to separate the Sorceress and the Manticore very slightly as we go after these Sky Lanterns here. Good that they're not Sky Junks, but nonetheless it's going to take a little bit of time to bring them down. And this is again value for the Manticore. I have noticed that there's a little bit of a bug, or I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intentional, with regards to the Sky Lanterns, and that is that when an air unit takes down a Sky Junk, I'm trying to see if we can spot it here, and basically as the Sky Junk falls to the ground, the aerial unit seems to want to follow the unit that is being destroyed to the ground itself. It causes aerial units to land right after the destroyed Sky Junk, which is a bit odd, but also very dangerous for those aerial units, as they have a tendency to then, well, or at least a chance to get caught, surrounded, etc. There's a lot of enemy infantry milling around down there, after all. A little bit unfortunate, actually, that we have a Sorceress of Death here, because if this was a Sorceress of Dark or a Sorceress of Fire, but more or less, more so Dark than Fire, I think, these guys would have been in real trouble with repeated casts of Chill Wind and Blade Shield. The thing, though, is that I feel like we don't want to use the same type of magics on every army. I don't generally like doing that, so we're going to keep doing our thing. Anyway, it looks like we finally made it into the city, and some Ogre mercenaries have arrived, though they won't be here for long, as they're fighting Black Ark Corsairs with handbows who have anti-large on those handbows of theirs, and I think I mentioned this before, but they have a relatively high accuracy, so they're pretty good at knocking down monstrous infantry with their handbows. They're also reasonably heavily armored as well, even if they are still very much vulnerable to range fire. And I think they'll be good here. Alrighty, and I'm pretty sure Lokhir is in here somewhere. A little bit hard to spot him. Damn, that looked like a lot of handbows hurting you, Mr. Ogre, and down you go, buddy. Where for is the Kraken Lord? Yeah, okay, he's in there. He's in there. In fact, he's going to try to get to the enemy Lord Magistrate and the enemy Astromancer if he can. They're up here and just standing there, and I'm sure Lokhir would like to take out the enemy Lord. There we go. Alrighty, looks like the Astromancer is going to cast something on us, but Lokhir is going to move up here and find that enemy Lord Magistrate and stab him in the back a couple of times. And, oh wow, he's already down to like half of, or less than half of his HP. Couple more hits. And And he's also not having a good day because of all the arrows everywhere, and down he goes. Well, just like that, the enemy lord is down. We've also gotten our hurt Blackheart Corsairs with Hambos, the ones that moved through the breach and got a little bit beat up on top of the walls, so now they can fire down into the enemy and support them, and at the same time be a little bit more safe from the enemies. We've also managed to take down most of the enemy Skylancer. Oh yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. See how the Skylancer, this is a destroyed unit, falls down, gets destroyed, and the Manticore follows it rather than staying in the air, which is dumb because nobody told you to land, and this immediately makes it very, very dangerous because there's a bunch of enemies that could easily trap it if the enemy were to be able to capitalize on this, especially with those ogres. Plus, you can't lift off for like 6 seconds or whatever the cooldown on liftoff is, so we need to run around and try to get the heck out of there. Don't you die, Manticore, not like this. Get away from all those ogres chasing you, bypass those Jade Warriors, and back up into the air. Alright, take out the other Sky Lantern, but in the meantime, we will continue breaking through the city. Out, dropping a few frames there, my bad. PC does struggle sometimes, but oh well. Alrighty, and now we're moving deeper into the enemy formation, and more Jade Warriors with halberds defending, but I don't think they're going to have a great time against our range superiority here. We can always just back off, like we're currently doing with most of our Blackheart Corsairs with handbows, and either the enemy charges towards us, where we can continue firing at them, and both from directly into their faces and from up on the walls and over the walls. Or we could just chase them down. Either way, these guys are going to get out of there. Alright, how are we doing otherwise? Huh, another screwy cobble texture. Interesting. Wonder why. I see a lot of those ones and get kind of screwy. Anyway, Lokhir moving around with his 2 Black Arc Reavers down here. Once Lokhir has his mount, disappointingly, he won't be able to run in a little team like this, but oh well. Malice gets his team because he's on Spite, and all of his war party, his war band, are on Cold Ones as well. And we can't have Lokhir not on his Sea Dragon after all. Anyway, let's see. These guys have slightly separated from the rest of our formation as we move everybody into the city, and that includes even the artillery. We got a nice little area, nice little kill zone set up here with the Dark Riders with repeater crossbows firing over the units of Blackheart Corsairs as they've moved in here. Some enemy Saber Tusks have decided to attack us, and while the enemy range units were firing back at us, that only left them to get hit with the purple Son of Zareas. The Saber Tusks should be, let's see, done for fairly short. They're not going to do a crazy amount of damage, though they do have bleed on them, which we do have to be wary of. Their armor-piercing damage is, let's see, that's respectable. It's respectable, but only a little bit above a third of their damage, and the Blackheart Corsairs with 95 armor are reasonably heavily armored. Alrighty, out here we have some more enemy units blobbing up to try to fire into us with their Jade crossbows, but alas, or those Jade Warrior crossbows rather, but alas they're going to start taking hits from our Cauldron of Cain, or whatever it's called, the bombardment ability of the Black Arc. Now, once again, the Black Arc abilities are really pretty. This one doesn't actually do a lot of damage, but it looks real nice, and it's obviously for bigger blobs of enemy units. Anyway, these Saber Tusks are out, and the Black Arc Corsairs with crossbows, with handbows, move on in to try to get some shots into the enemy formation there, but they do get charged by some Jade Lancers, rather. That's fine, though, as we can surround them and fire at them from multiple directions, and if they go to the side like this, it'll also allow our other units, including our Dark Riders and our single unit of Dark Shards, which we will replace, but you know, we might as well use them while we have them, to fire into their sides, bringing them down quickly to about half HP, and soon they will be out of there. Also going to make some use of our regular Bleak Swords to hold the line over here while our crossbows fire into the enemy after taking some damage, fighting them in a one-on-one. Over on this side, we have our... Are you hurt? No, okay, it was just the banner thing. The Manticore fighting with Lokhir and his Reavers, going to chase down that unit of Jade Warrior crossbows and then move in to hopefully take out that War Compass, which we've trapped with our Sorceress, essentially, and just so that it can't escape. Alright, keep it up, bleak swords and handbow units, there we go. And just distract the enemy, let them blob up, and ooh, there we go, we have Murderous Prowess now activating, and also the enemy has, I think, blobbed up sufficiently, so we're gonna hit him with that Comet of Cassandora equivalent of the Black Ark support, and that should have destroyed a fair few of them, and even if it clipped our Bleak Swords a little bit, since we're gonna be deleting them shortly, we don't really care. More Jade Warriors moving in, but getting absolutely ripped apart by range fire from several directions at once, and obviously this is the Unshielded Halberd units, so, and they're gonna have an even worse time with this. There we go. Multiple units of Black Ark crossbow or Black Ark Corsairs with handbows are pretty interesting. A bunch when they fight melee units because of that ability of theirs to hit them from various sides. Same reason that I love Free Company Militia. Anyway, we got this unit charging into melee against some units of Jade Warrior crossbows. By the looks of it, they are going to drop a fair few of them, but hardly surprising as the Black Ark Corsairs are vulnerable to range fire despite their armor. And that's okay though, as the Jade Warrior crossbows will rout, and it looks like we made it through and routed the entire enemy army. Basically, wherever Lokhir went, the enemy blob ran away. And the enemy generally just lost to our Black Ark Corsairs, and we made it through the battle. Definitely got a little bit more hurt in this particular fight than last time. Certainly had to work for it. We can see these guys are all at half HP, even though the model count on the Black Ark Corsairs ain't so bad. I do think that we can certainly call this a proper fight. Alrighty, very nice, very nice. That, I think, was a proper debut for our Kraken Lord. 22k on the high end, by the looks of it, of damage for the Black Ark Corsairs. They did pretty well. Oh, actually, 26k on these guys. And very, very nice. And we'll see how powerful they can get once the Black Ark Reavers buff them even further. We are going to, I guess, occupy the place. This isn't all that worth it, although the amount of slaves that we get for it is pretty darn good, but for now we occupy and get a free Helm of Discord, always nice, and another Elf Servant, and ooh, yes, we do now have Lokhir, the Sea Dragon, for Lokhir. We have his mount. Glorious. Perfect reward for his debut battle, I think. Well, I mean, technically his debut was last episode, but the first proper battle where the enemy actually had something of a chance. Very nice. Now, in terms of what we do with his army, I haven't looked too much into it. I'd like to probably replace the two Dark Riders. I mean, yes, they're useful and good in this army, don't get me wrong, but we should get a couple of Charybdises in his army. Theoretically, he should have those Hell Drakes, but we don't have access to them by the looks of it, so... oh, well, these two will get replaced by the Death Hag, or a Death Hag, and another Reaver, if we actually want the Death Hag, though the casualty punishment rate would probably come in pretty darn handy. Anyway, with that, we are, I think, pretty much out of time, and I am going to call the episode here. There's going to be at least some admin to do between the episodes, and I will take care of that, minus the buildings. I'll probably deal with the Black Arks at the very least. And then next time we come back, we'll finish up this turn, go to next turn, and hopefully rush everything in the Temple of Asurian, or Shrine of Asurian rather, and start building up some High Elf units. And in addition to that, there's a decent likelihood that Lothern will attack us based on what we have here. We could actually siege it if we really wanted to, now that we have artillery as well, and I'll give that some thought. Maybe just to not waste the turn, maybe we should actually attack Lothern as well. Anyway, more Malekith to come as Ulthuan continues to fall and is nearly completely ours. Only Eltharion will be left as the holdout before long. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.